Every single nigga chain AI layer 2 token is accompanied by a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 SRT Hellcat. Yeah, this enables niggas to virtually teleport from one block to another and facilitates nigga-to-nigga interactions.
You've got women and faggots on one side, and you got real niggas on the other. Real niggas. Real men, real guys with real balls. That's the difference. You've got, Jews be Jewing, niggas be niggaing, bitches be bitching, Jews be Jewing. It's what they do, okay? It is what it is. So I don't know. You're the one that's taking it bad. I'm just saying it's what it is. These are people that are, not girl. You nigga, 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 nigga. Whopper, 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 whopper. Plain it the second.
I've told you a million times not to wake me up like that.
Sitter.
I would never cry to a Frank Ocean song. Let's be honest. I am a man.
Okay, let's get into today's recap. Took no trades today. Actually, did end up taking one trade today. Closed it immediately, and I'll tell you why I closed it. But starting off, let's go to the P&L on the accounts. Down $37 for the day. Break even for the day. Nothing crazy. However, on the copiers, it looks a little bit different, and I will show you guys real quick. Just give me wait. Looks like we're down a lot, and you guys will be like, oh my goodness, like, how are you down so much from the day? And I'll explain why we're down all of this in 1 second, because it wasn't from this trade, not at all. I was trying to make sure the copier actually works last night, so I was testing it out. I was testing out like the risk multiplier. For some reason, it just did not want to work on Friday, but totally worked perfectly today and yesterday. So right here, we took like 30 trades just in this little area, and whatever like spread ended up taking us out. So yeah, and then also counting the 3x multiplier from today's 30, it measures out. Anyways, it's a break-even day. But let's break down why it was a break-even day, how I continue to follow my rules, how I knew today when approaching today was still lower probability than usual, and why I ended up, I should have taken no trades today, took one trade, closed it immediately, and I'll break down why. So, coming into the trading day, if we go to the higher time frames, we were SMTing off these highs. However, this SMT was a janky SMT, but it was still a valid SMT. So, what was I looking for going into market open? I was looking for us to take out these internal lows. I wanted to see us take out these lows on either ES or NQ. I realized we'd end up taking them out on ES first, SMTing off of them, potentially looking to continue higher. We had low resistance liquidity up here, and then we had all-time highs right here. However, I still took into account that we were basically sitting at all-time highs, and it was a no news Monday. So price action ended up coming down, taking out internal liquidity. Once we took this out, I executed. Now, I executed mainly because my chart was a little too close. I had the internal liquidity marked out. However, this is how it looked. It looked like this. I thought we were SMTing off of this low here, which was this low, but we were SMTing off of this low, which wasn't even an SMT. That's why I ended up closing my trade immediately, because I realized this isn't an SMT. I'm not about to get stopped out or take profit on a trade idea that isn't even my model. Like, it just doesn't work like that. That's not, I can't, no, bro. No, there's no way. So I manually closed. I had the discipline to close the trade regardless of what the outcome would have been. Potential, to displace higher or lower, or whatever the case was. I was like, nope. If we come down SMT off of these lows, which we later ended up taking on ES, but we didn't end up SMTing off, the SMT is still holding as of right now, but I was like, then we could potentially look to re-enter. However, If we don't do that, I'm not re-entering. Price action did all this. A lot of people took longs to the upside within this garbage. I chose to stay out of it. And yeah, so this was a $30 loss. If you're curious on why, like, it's $126 per account. Last night it was like, I don't know, like 35, $40. There's a 3x multiplier, so on my main account when I took a $30 loss, multiplied by 3, that's 120 across all accounts, so balances out. But you know, it's a break-even day to me. I'm risking super heavy on these accounts, so it doesn't matter. And the only P&L that matters is my main account. You know, if that had a $126 loss, then that's a genuine losing day. But only a $30 losing day, so I'm fine with it. Or break-even day, whatever. But yeah, so that was today's trade recap. I even, from last week's reviewing, I was putting everything into a, what is it called? Into my Obsidian, like, just to track all of our progress so far. And approaching this week, I was trying to, like, double down and make sure, everything we learned from last week we're applying this week. And, we went through so much data last week, it was, like, almost overwhelming compared to actual, like, new mechanical applications. We really only had 3 new mechanical applications. That was our scaling mechanic. We had our drawn liquidity mechanic, and we had one more. What was it? Let me check. Hold up. Wait. Wait. And premature entries, or like low probability change in state of deliveries. That's not really like mechanic. That's more so just like stop execute, because there's context that happens before those anyways. But those were the 2 or 3-ish main mechanics we were looking to apply going forward. I just wanted to make sure we didn't just forget everything we learned. And today is a clear, it's clear evidence that, hey, we're still applying our filtering. We're still applying what we learned. I knew coming into market open how to avoid this low probability setup in the morning right here. Nice try, Diddy. You're not going to get me. Not right now, at least. SMT off these lows. However, I knew this wasn't probable enough in order to continue to the upside. Not yet, at least. Price action continued to do its thing. This one I manually closed. And yeah, so that was everything that happened today. Yeah, nothing new. Continuing to follow my rules. Fastest way to 5-figure months is to follow your rules. So I'm gonna continue to follow my rules, refine, apply what I learn, and
Someone asked Charlie who would win, him or you. Charlie replied,
If he shot me in the neck, he might cause me a little trouble.
they then asked, but would you lose?
Nah, I'd win.
bro, like, dude,
Even if you have bad credit, don't give up on buying a house.
advice from the devs.
Nigalink A'da fentanil reaktörü maksimum güçte. Fentanil reaktörünü aktifleştiriyoruz. Microsoft Niga AI yükleniyor. Vril ve sıvı seviyeleri maksimum.
Reactor.
Breaking news coming from the White House. The president said
Autism is a choice. Here's the autism spectrum, and all of us fall in it, right? Where do you think I fall in the spectrum, huh? Wait a second. Who's that? Is that Royce? I'm all the way over here. I'm not on the spectrum. Because I choose to not be there. I choose.
There he goes, Stephen Hawking dropping in. Picking up speed on
Bro.
There he goes, Stephen Hawking dropping in. Picking up speed on that chair. Climb, and he's airborne.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? How do you do that?
Declaration of Independence for white people from multiculturalism. We need a document laying out race realism and the explicit doctrine for an ethno-state.
Holy hot take.
So heavily offered for their origin that they are no longer recognizable.
Thank our Lord, bro. I'm the one that smacked Donald Trump that night when he got dropped. Ace had that money on his head, told me.
A-hole for not wanting to nigger.
Oh, by the You know, I'm gonna flex this in the next video. 15K end of season. Let's go. And then everything reset, unfortunately. Anyways, I am going to go journal.